Well, what's going on, everybody? I'd like to welcome you all to another week of Rescued Reviews. And you have me and Kelly as your hosts, and a special guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jess Marie, and I own Double Helix Designs, and this is Devin the Corgi.
He's a cute corgi.
He is cute.
Corgis are kind of awesome.
For the most part.
So, what are you vaping on?
I am vaping my normal mixture of apple, strawberry, banana from a local shop called Digital Smoke, and Vapetasia Lemonade.
Nice.
Yes.
Cool.
On my Nord.
On your Nord?
Yeah.
Nords are awesome, though.
They are.
I can throw it in my pocket, walk away. It's enough to where you can have a lower nick or a higher nick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, best of both worlds.
I loved my Nord when I had it, and then I moved to the Alpha. I loved the Alpha. I don't know if it was because it was square, but I don't know.
I prefer the Grim Kit over the Alpha.
I do. I prefer the Grim Kit over the Alpha.
I haven't tried either.
The Grim Kit is pretty much the exact same thing as both of those.
Yeah.
Just replaceable coils and everything.
But do they all have different? So wait, is Alpha smoke?
Yeah.
So is it the same coil?
Yes.
Same
Same exact coils as the Nord. It's just, it's kind of like they tried to steal the Lost Vape Orion style.
Oh, okay. But is the cartridge staying the same?
It has like, no, it's a different kind of, it's like a square cartridge that it looks so similar to the Lost Vape.
And you just keep that though, because I didn't want to throw away an entire pod thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you can keep the whole pod part, but then you just change the coil and use the same coils.
Yeah, that's what I want. Plus, Smoke donates a bunch of their money to advocacy, and I just feel like if you got that much money and you're doing that, I think that's so awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah. Feel good about buying from them.
What are you vaping on, Nick?
Like usual, I have Ben with inside of my Dreamer, the new V1.5. And on top of that, we have the oh my god, words suck. On top of that, we have the words. Coil Turds RDA, the RDA for vaping.
Oh, nice.
And then I have also the Aegis X with the Falcon King on top. And inside of that is a liquid that we've been working on for Rescued that we won't go over just yet. And then the other one is the Tenacious Unicorn with my with the Death Wish RDA on top, and inside of there some cornbread pudding. What about you, love?
So I got my everyday, my own boy, the Dead Rabbit. I don't know why, but I just love that thing. And I got the Vengeance inside, banana caramel candy. And then because I like bananas for some stupid reason, I got my witch. My pretty witch. I don't know if you can see all those.
I can't.
It's super detailed. Like,
I wish it would focus.
I wish it would focus. It doesn't want to focus. But inside, I got the Bole Bodu, which is really, really good. And then my last setup, Nick cleaned it for me today, so I'm really sad that I'm touching it because now it's going to be fingery. But I got my Broadside Admiral with the DHD,
Oh yeah.
because in honor of our special guest, and because it's all clean and pretty, I've got the Vanilla Peppermint inside the new Mika that's coming out.
Yep. And for everybody that's placed the pre-order, all your orders will be shipping out Friday or Saturday because all the bottles should be in stock then. So thank you for patiently waiting.
Yes, it's ready to go.
So, is Easy Drippers still a thing? Because that was my jam back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What?
I use them all the time.
I loved my Easy Drippers. What the hell?
Yeah.
So whenever we did conventions, we always had it set up in tanks and in RDA, so that way if you're an RDA person, you can try the liquid because it tastes different than in a tank. And so for the RDAs, we always had them set up with easy drippers next to it. And we always put the label on the dripper so that way people can see what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
That
so where are you buying them? And do they have a website still?
Yes. Gosh. These ones I've been getting I got these from Steel Valley, the shop that I work at.
Oh, okay.
He ordered a ridiculous amount.
Nice.
I think he still has close to like 60 30 ml bottles in stock. And
they're the best.
I love the extra large ones. You can fit 55 mils in it.
Yes.
They're great.
I think I only stopped using them for a while because my lemonade was cracking it.
Real sad.
I haven't had an issue with Ben cracking one yet.
That's good. So there's not like enough lemon to really mess with the plastic.
Yeah, with ours, we tried to make sure that it stayed within the kind of the safe zone, if you will, so that way you didn't have issues with glass or plastic or anything like that with the tanks, like what there used to be.
Yeah, that's good.
So, Miss Jess, tell us a little bit about you.
Hey, that's broad. What do you want to know?
So, what made you get into vaping?
Sorry, can you still hear my daughter?
Yeah, but she's fine. She's in another room. You're good.
What made me start into vaping? My friend Brody had one. This was 2008, and there was no question. I saw it. I'm like, what is that? I want it right now. How do you get it? Where is it? I need that. And so I started vaping immediately, but it wasn't enough. What they had back then, obviously the PG problem I have, and the cigarettes weren't enough for me. So I kind of went back and forth with smoking and vaping, and then eventually, what was it? 2012 is when I really just went to vaping and stuck with vaping.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How long did you smoke for?
My first cigarette was at 11. And that's, you're so young then, you just smoke when you can. So I don't know if you call yourself a smoker then. But smoked up until, I was 18, and then a little bit more till about 20.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
It's amazing how everyone starts smoking at, not everyone, but most people start smoking at such a young age.
Yeah.
Do you remember why you started smoking?
Yeah, no one ever pressured me. In fact, I was kind of the bad influence. I hate to say it, but I just wanted to do everything that I was told not to do. Like the DARE program was like a catalog for me. I'm like, I will take that and that and that. That's just, I was very, very rebellious.
Same.
Yeah.
I think most, especially in that preteen, adolescent, age, you just kind of want to, you want to push it and see how hard you can go and how fast you can get there. You're trying to figure out what the limits are.
Yeah.
And you don't know how to vocalize that. You don't know how to say, what am I supposed to be? You just are like, well, they said, I can't do this, so now I have to see if I actually can't do this.
Yeah, I grew up in a very religious family, and I've always been, ever since I can remember, I was always kind of think for yourself type person. So the more they tried to tie me down, I was like, watch me. I became the expert liar, I swear.
Yeah. So what made you get into drip tips?
So I've always been an artsy person, always creating something. So when I started vaping hardcore, let's say 2012, you carry around like your phone. You want to customize it, and there was nothing good looking back then. So I just was like, screw it. If you want it done, do it yourself. And started making stuff, and it was just a hobby. I was just doing it for fun, and I worked at a vape shop, Digital Smoke, actually, and so I'd put them up in their shop. And then I don't know how long you've been vaping, but do you remember Alice in Vapeland? Old company.
Yeah, no, that's a new one for me.
Alice in Vapeland. They found me on Instagram and they're like, we'll take 100. We want them right now. And then it just kind of escalated from there.
Now, when you make your drip tips, do you do it like on a lathe or is it?
We have CNC machines.
Nice, okay.
So at first I was hand making them because I didn't know how to do any of that. And then eventually met my machinist, Mark, and we started getting into turning them down. And he's like, I'll teach you anything you want to know. And so, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And with the colors, are they like for this one, how it looks kind of wood grainy, does it come that way? Or like, do you actually like mix everything together?
That one comes that way, but I think that was the step that really made the business take off is I got bored of what you could buy yet again. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to make my own acrylic. Started making my own acrylic. Let's dump glitter in there. Let's make it glow in the dark. Let's make it look like a abalone shell. And that's when things really got big.
Nice.
Now, did your, I know that you're a nail tech. I don't know if that's the PC term for it, but you do nail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and did those two tie in? Like you're like, well, I can do this with nails, so I wonder if I can do it with tips.
Yes, you're the first one to point that out, actually.
Now, I've been asked this a lot by people when me and Kelly used to do shows. The acrylic that the tips are made out of, is it the same acrylic that the nails are done with?
No.
Yeah,
Same with like propylene glycol. There's all sorts of propylene glycol that you would not ingest, and then there's propylene glycol you stick in an inhaler.
Yeah.
Same with acrylic. There's even acrylics out there that they put on your nails that aren't supposed to go on your nails.
Yes.
Kelly's had the experience of that a couple of times, and after that, gets blisters everywhere.
Now I'm now free for a while because it got real bad. I started getting like blisters and sores underneath my nails.
That means you're at stage 3 of creating an allergy. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have a really hard time getting them done again unless you go to someone who really knows what they're doing. You can find a acrylic or a polymer really that will be okay with you.
Yeah, I figured, you know what, if I'm, because they were like bobbles, it looked weird. It looked like spider eggs underneath my nails, and they would just come up chunks. It was so gross.
I'm so sorry.
And I was like, I kept switching places. I'm like, well, maybe I'll try a new place and see what that does. And all the nail techs I went to, no one knew what was going on. They're just like, well, maybe it's a health issue. I'm like, okay, but
no,
help me out here.
So, yet another industry that isn't educating their customers enough. That makes me mad.
So I took them off because it got, you know, to pay $60 every other week and then to have your fingers hurt so bad. Like,
oh my gosh.
I couldn't even wick my own RDA because my fingers just hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh. Yep, same thing. I'm so sorry.
It's okay because, see, I was smart and I said, you know what, this isn't for me, and I stopped it. So,
yeah.
Just like the vape industry, if it's not for you, no one's telling you have to, so you just don't do it.
Yeah, and you just happen to, you don't know, they're supposed to educate you on that, and it's not regulated in the correct ways, so you kept getting these products on you that were making it worse, when if you just knew ahead of time, you could have gone to the correct salon and gotten the right products from the get-go.
Yeah. So now I'm going to wait, and I may put them back on one day, I may not, I don't know, but I know now what it is, so I got to give my body time to readjust.
Yes. So yeah, not the same stuff, but ideas. So I would put stars and glitter on a nail, and I'm like, dump, put it in a drip tip. That looks dope. Cool.
Would it be the same stars and same glitter?
Yes.
Okay. That's kind of cool.
How long does it take for the blocks to cure properly so you can actually put them into the CNC?
Depends on the brand, depends on the type. There's a bazillion different acrylics that you would use for mods or drip tips. Depends on the temperature. All of that goes into play. I usually wait 24 to 48 hours to make sure it's completely cured and off-gassed, and then they're turned down, polished, go in a bath, and then shipped to you. So definitely by the time they get to you, you're good to go.
Very cool.
Now, is there any special kind of care instructions or advice you can give to people about tips?
Yeah, I really just semi-warm rag and wipe it down, especially when you're getting drip tips with gold or money in it. That's integrated and losing some of the integrity of that base. So if you're popping it out in all the time, eventually, yeah, it's gonna snap.
Yeah, like my
Luckily, I'll give you a
favorite
new
tip,
one.
it just doesn't even stay in. Like, it'll fall out if I tip it just right.
Is that one of mine?
No.
Oh,
It's another brand,
okay.
but I mean it matches.
Sorry. What's that? I have. You don't know how to fix the piano? Okay. Ask your father.
It's okay.
Please? Thank you. Okay, bye. See ya. Okay, bye.
We get that completely.
Yes. we picked this night of the week because we have less going on a Wednesday night for some weird reason. Last night I was on Discord with Frank Jenklin, and my son called me 4 times because he was in the garage and he was having questions about things in the garage 4 times. I'm like, you're literally in the garage, bud. Like,
yeah.
Figure it out another time. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah. All of a sudden, she's got all the questions.
Yeah.
Please shut the door. I love you. Thank you. Okay, bye. Go ask. Oh my goodness. Shut the door. Thank you. Yes. Give her a piece of sugar, she'll go away.
Well, yeah.
That works for everybody, even me.
Yeah.
Probably me too, actually.
I had a whole box of brownies yesterday because they were awesome.
Yeah,
I condone that.
Yep, that's exactly where they went. I ate them.
What the hell?
So, you do the tips. Is there any plans on doing like doors or anything else?
I had doors for billet boxes all planned out, and then all this crazy stuff went down, and so they're kind of sitting on the back burner for a minute.
Makes sense.
A lot of money and a lot of time.
Yes.
Which is worth it normally, but I've got people emailing, and then I've got to do all this other stuff, so I'm going to wait a minute.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So how do you make the time to do your day job and then the tips? Okay.
I really don't. I'm just a busy person. I like to be busy all the time. Even with DHD, I was still working a normal full-time job, running Osiris mods, social media marketing for Vape Affliction, all of that. And I was trying to build my brand at the same time. And then finally, when it just got too big, I had to leave Vape Affliction. And that was really sad. But, with everything that's going on right now, and on top of that, sometimes you just get really tired and burnt out. So you need another creative outlet because your tips turned into a job. Okay. Hi, Splash Queen. Yes. Okay.
Kids are great.
Oh, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, with being a nail tech also, have you ever painted your little corgi's nails?
No, because he chews on his nails.
No.
And there are some nail polishes that can be toxic to animals.
There are.
Yes.
So I would advise against doing that to any animal.
He doesn't like his paws touched. I'm working on it because the vet asked me to. So he has to be muzzled and held down by 2 vet techs to get his nails clipped.
Your little corgi?
And he's such a little guy.
Oh, just you wait till he's scared. It is so bad.
Well, so we have a special guest friend with us. Her name is Vendetta. She's taking a nap right now, so I have to wake her up. Vendetta, come here. You want a snack? Come here.
That's not nice.
Vendetta is one of our wonderful puppies. Come here, say hi.
She's like, I got an itch.
You want a snack?
Oh.
She's like, yeah, I get the itch.
She is about 5 years old. She is a Pyrenees Bernese Mountain Dog mix. She's
ferocious.
Yeah, she's super scary. She has the loudest bark. She's about 110 pounds. So she's super loud and super big, and if you're not prepared, she can be kind of scary. But she really is one of the sweetest girls. And she will be one of our flavors at some point. We have her all planned out. We just haven't released it yet.
There's a possibility that she could be within the next 2 liquids to come out for rescue.
Maybe. We don't know. But Vendetta, she is a mom. She had a litter of babies about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't know is dogs are like people in a lot of ways. And some of them just are not meant to be moms. So she had the babies, and then she wanted nothing to do with them. So she birthed them, and luckily her twin sister had a litter a week before her.
Not even.
Yeah, 8 days.
4 days.
Oh, it was 4 days?
Yeah, but it was May 4th, and then her babies were born on May 8th.
Okay, yeah. Well, she decided that the sister was going to nurse all the babies. So the twin sister nursed 18 babies on her own. So
that's so crazy. And they were all able to be fed properly?
Yep, they were all fully functioning, alive and well. I mean, they all made it. So, but a lot of people don't realize that a dog can not just reject their babies, but just not have that motherly instinct. Like some humans don't have that parenting ability. She's one of them. She just didn't care. She's like, I did this. Here you go. So yeah.
Where did you get her from again?
What?
Where did you rescue her from again?
She was actually, her and her twin sister were on a farm, and the people who had them, when they moved into the farmhouse, they bought a house and they moved in, and it came with a dog because the people just didn't take their dog, and the dog was pregnant. So, they said something needs to happen with these dogs. We don't want them. So Nick and I paid $20 for Vendetta and $20 for Ty because they said we don't care how much, just take them. Yeah. So
it was either that or they were going to get probably either put down or just dropped in a field.
Yeah.
That seems to be the going thing with people when they find us. They're like, we're just going to drop the dogs in a field.
Yeah, they'll just drop them out somewhere. So at the time,
weird to think like people actually think that way.
Yeah, like it's not going to survive out there, but okay, So we had Vengeance at the time. We were like, okay, we'll take this dog, and then the next day it's like, well, the sister's still available. No one wants it. Do you want it? And it's like, okay, sure. Because we couldn't see it getting just dropped out, and it was the last one. So Ty was our accident puppy. We had no intentions of getting her either, and we ended up with both girls, and now they're big, derpy, happy dogs. So
yeah. So I actually took Devin to get neutered when he was about 6 months old.
Mm-hmm.
And this massive pit bull Catahoula cur mix.
Yep, it sounds like a thing.
Walked up to me and laid his head on my lap, and I almost started crying. It was so cute, and I just thought, that lady is so lucky to have that dog.
Mm-hmm.
And she turns to the lady at the front, and she's like, yeah, so-and-so, we're from blah, blah, blah rescue. And I'm like, oh, this is my dog. And they're like, oh, he had parvo. He was left in a parking lot to die. And they saved him, and now he's getting neutered, and once he heals, he'll be up for adoption. So the moment he went up for adoption, I ran down to where they were having the event, and he was already gone, and I cried in front of the ladies so hard. I'm like, that was my dog. I wanted him so bad. He was meant to be in our family.
Well, hopefully he's with a good family still.
That's what I told her. I'm like, I hope they better be good to him.
So the cool thing with Vendetta and Ty is, through a lot of research, we found a few of their siblings. So in the springtime, we call it the Misty family reunion, because their mom's name was Misty. And, you know, we get all the pups together, even though they're almost 5 now, and they have like a little play date. The dogs don't know who they are. They don't really care.
You don't think they remember?
No.
Aww.
But it's good for us, you know, and it's a way for us to communicate, like, hey, my dog's doing this, and my dog's having this health problem, you know, and so it's like learning about the family history. We can then go, okay, well, you know what, I'm going to watch for this with my dog.
Mm-hmm.
So
that makes sense.
And after Detta and Ty both had their babies, we went ahead and had them fixed.
Yes.
Because originally we weren't planning on having litters.
No,
yeah,
that was not a plan.
But Vengeance decided to make that happen.
Yes. So Vendetta and Ty had Great Pyrenees, Bernese Mountain Dog, English Mastiff, and Beagle mix puppies.
Goodness gracious.
So yeah, and the one was here today. His name is Cobra, and I call him my grandpup. He comes to visit regularly.
Oh, that's so cute.
He's my buddy.
Did you help with the birthing process?
I did.
It's the best, isn't it?
It was so gross because it was
a horrible process. No.
Was in my okay. So with Ty, she went into labor in this room actually, and you know, we were able to keep things contained and, you know, deal with that. Vendetta, we have rooms in the basement for the dogs. We call it the dog room. Like the boys have a room and the girls have a room. And Vendetta went into labor in one of their rooms, and their room is lined with cat litter to help with any smells, accidents, you know, keeps it warm because it is in a basement in West Virginia. You know, so we wanted to make sure it's at least somewhat comfortable while they're in there. And Vendetta went into labor in that room, so we had to scoop up the puppy that was in the cat litter and then bring everyone upstairs so that way she could finish having the babies in the kitchen, and that took several hours.
Yeah, I ended up calling off of work for 2 days because of the litters.
Yeah, it was.
Well, how is that a beautiful process though, Jess? That was horrible.
I loved it. Both times that I've helped animals have babies, it was just precious and.
Okay, I mean, I can see the preciousness. I really can. But then watching the mom turn around and eat the sack, it's like.
Well,
nope.
My cat that did it, she wasn't meant to be a mom. She didn't want a mom at all. So she didn't do anything. In fact, her last one, is this going to get graphic? Oh, well.
Yeah.
The last one came out, and it was all these dark kittens and then this white sack, yellowy white. So I thought it was pus. I don't know that much about cat anatomy. So I'm like, oh, gosh, what is that? And then I kind of break it open, and there was a kitten in there, and I had to, like, take it all off of her, and I had to, like, clean them. And then I kind of rubbed 101 Dalmatians. I'm like, oh, yeah, that movie. So I'm, like, rubbing her, trying to get her to breathe, and she did, and it was so cute.
We had that, what was it, Ty or Detta? That had the one that was stuck in the sack and she just didn't want to eat it.
That was Detta. And that one, her name was Vidalia.
Yeah.
Vidalia, we were going to keep her, but someone really, really wanted her, and so she went to go live with a nice family that has 2 boys, and she has kids of her own that she gets to play with. But Vidalia was a flesh-eating ladybug in Australia. That's what they're called. And I thought, well, all my dogs have V names, so this one has to have a V name, and it can't just be like Victoria. Like, I have Vengeance and Vendetta, and I was like, okay, gotta be an intense V name. So we called her Vidalia because of flesh-eating ladybug, and she was the sweetest thing. But Vendetta wanted nothing to do with the birthing process, so we had to cut Vidalia out and had to kind of encourage that.
Yeah, didn't you love that?
No.
It was me that had to do that.
Yeah, because I was too busy. Like, I was like, there's blood all over the kitchen, and I was like, the mom in me was freaking out because I'm like, how am I going to get this out the tile?
Yeah, that makes sense. I was just in full focus, like, bring this little kitten back to life.
Yeah, like Nick did really good with it, but I was concerned, like, is the dog going to be okay, and is this going to come out of my grout? Like, yeah, thankfully it did. Everything came out just fine. But I was real concerned about the dog and the grout, and Vendetta wanted nothing to do with Nick. She just wanted to snuggle me. So,
yeah.
And it's really hard when I'm the one who's helping her give birth, and she's just scooching, and there's a little blood trail going, and it's like, just stop.
It was, yeah. Facebook or YouTube's gonna flag this because all the people let it go.
Sorry, got it started.
It's okay. It happens.
Earth, yay!
Like, out of all of ours, we only lost 1 puppy.
And it wasn't because of food or anything like that. It was because Miss Vendetta weighs 110 pounds, and in this room we have 4 doorways, and so we had all the doorways closed off with baby gates, and one of the baby gates got knocked down, and Vendetta jumped on it and crushed the baby. So I was working night turn as a general manager of a restaurant, and I had to do inventory, so I got home at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I did what I normally do, and I come into the room so I can check on everything. And there was a squished puppy, and I screamed, and Nick downstairs half asleep, and yeah, it was
4 o'clock in the morning. I was cleaning up.
Yeah, it was a terrifying moment, but we learned that we should not have baby gates at that moment.
That's so sad. Well, I mean, I thought you were going to say that she ate them, because that's a thing, too.
We got lucky. She didn't hurt any of them on purpose. We think that she was just excited, or she was trying to get out, or,
Yeah, accident, yeah.
It was a complete accident.
Completely, yeah.
Yeah. But, thankfully, when puppies are born, you expect to lose, like, 1 to 2 for every 10. So if you have 5 puppies, you might lose 1. If you have 10 puppies, you might lose 2. It's
I'm
kind
so glad that didn't happen. Oh my God, I'd be a wreck.
You kind of expect that, and we expected to lose 1 from natural reasons, but instead it was an accident. So. But that's okay, because that was years ago.
Yeah.
And all the puppies are doing great. We
Yes.
get pictures of them every once in a while. The moms or the parents will come over and bring the puppies over to play with ours. It's great.
That's good. It's good they care.
Yeah, we did a lot of people were really put off by the fact that not only did we ask $150 for each puppy, they're like, that's a lot of money for a mutt. And I'm like, if you can't afford $150 for a dog, how are you going to afford the vet bills and the dog food? And we were not willing to budge on that for any reason. Like,
Yeah, they can't be picking these up on a whim.
Exactly.
We didn't want it to end up in a shelter. So we said it's $150. And then I'm doing a background check. I'm getting hold of the Humane Society to see if you're on a no adopt list.
Is there a list for that?
Yeah, Humane Societies actually have no adoption lists. So if you are a bad person to animals and they find out about it, they would put you on a list. And it doesn't matter how much money you give them, you cannot take an animal.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's nationwide, the list is too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, so I made sure that they were not on a list. And, you know, and I even asked them, if I want to come visit this dog, where do you live? So I can swing by and say, hey, you know, because I don't want the dog to end up in a bad situation. And everyone was willing to work with me on it, and they thought that it was great that I was being that intense. You know, there were a lot of people that were like, these are mutts, they're not purebred, they're not worth $150. I'm like, you know, they kind of, if I have to end up with 21 dogs, I'll have 21 dogs, you know, but I don't want that many in this house because it's not built for 21 dogs. So,
Excuse me. It's not about you today. Okay.
He can be on the show. We like puppies.
Come sit up here where it's comfy. He has to be behind me at all times.
You're his person.
Stop. Show them that you're a good dog. He is a good dog.
Well, that's what they do. They bark.
He's just trying to have a conversation with you.
He's
chiming in on this dog conversation.
Yeah, he said, hey, you guys are talking way too much about these other dogs. Talk about me. So how did you get him?
How did I get Devin? There was... Please stop. Come here. Stop. Is he making your dog bark?
Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Mine like to bark because there's wind. Or, you know.
Go on out. So, there was a farm, like 3 or 4 hours away from me, and his corgi and another corgi did the thing and had all these puppies, and he's like, I don't know what to do with them, and he posted it online. So I drove all the way down there and picked his little butt up. And he was so little. So, like a little potato. He was so cute. And it's like kind of funny because I have a Mini Cooper and then I have this little dog. Happy little mini family. I'm not mini, but happy little mini family.
Yeah, aren't you like 5'10"?
5'11".
Oh, wow. I'm not that tall, even with heels.
Good. It's not fun.
Right? I'm 6'3". It's horrible.
Yeah, we actually have a Mini Cooper meetup back when I loved my car. I hate it now. And we went and met up at this old biker bar, and there's all these biker dudes outside. And of course, the shortest one says, aren't you a little tall to fit in there? I look at him, look at my car, look at his bike. I'm like, you're right. We should trade. That's way too big for you. The whole crowd was like, oh.
I know. You want to play with them. So, it's okay.
Do you think there's going to be any in the future designs for you to join up or do a collab with another mod company like what you did with the Broadside Group?
Maybe. I'm always open to ideas.
That's so pretty.
Just there's a lot of complications and how many to do and who gets paid what, that type of thing. I'm more than open to it, but I'm not the kind of person that comes up to you and be like, hey, we should do something. Just not unless you're my friend. So I usually wait for people to kind of come to me. So Broadside came to me, and then Coiled Turd hit me up. He's like, I want some tips. I'm like, okay, let's do something just for you. So as of, I think today, he has 5 or 6 colors that I don't normally offer. So you can check out his website, pick up some of those.
I saw one of them. It looked almost Ultimish.
Yeah, so that was originally a limited edition, and I brought it back for him. It's just a clear yellow acrylic, not any like stabilized piss or anything like that. But sorry.
I mean, if that's what you want
You're
to
good.
use, that's cool.
So then we got a translucent purple as well and a translucent red. They look really good.
I'm really excited. I ordered the red rum color
Yes.
change tip. I'm super excited. I can't wait. It's going to look real nice on my witch.
I'm glad you knew it color changed because a lot of people are like, I didn't know it colored. I'm like, it's literally in the name, but hey, I'm so glad you like it.
Well, you see, I read descriptions when I go to order things, so I know what I'm getting into because I hate being surprised. Like Nick will even tell you, I don't do surprises.
You don't like surprises at all?
Cannot do surprises. So
She sucks.
I had to read and make sure that I know what I'm getting into because if it surprises me, then I'll be like, I don't like it. I don't want it. So
Like for Christmas, I got her the witch,
yes,
and the work email is on her phone too, and she's like, "Hey, so I saw you ordered me a witch." I was like, "No, I didn't." She's like, "I just got the email. Don't lie to me." I was like, "No, it's going back now."
in my defense, it came to the email that I check. So
Yeah.
And since then, we have solved this issue. So Kelly has her very own rescued account now, so she can't spy.
So now if you ever want to email me, you can just kelly.stewart@rescuedeliquid.com and then we can keep secrets from Nick.
I'm glad I'm not the only one with an extremely long email.
So Kelly likes to make fun of me because I used to have a construction company called Honeydew Handyman, and my email address was nicholas.stewart@honeydewhandyman.us.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty long.
And that was like our Netflix login.
Oh, and then you're with the button.
I'm like, hold on, we'll watch a show in about 3 hours.
Make a typo, you back down to the space. Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah. And then you realize you missed a letter like 5 letters ago.
Right.
It's like, I should be done already. Yeah. Like, why can't you have like at Hotmail? Because there's like a link, there's a button that says hotmail.com. I can't just have that.
Yeah, you're right.
No, gotta have your own one.
So speaking of email addresses, guys, we went ahead and we love hearing people's stories about how they stopped smoking and started vaping, or what made them want to start vaping, or how vaping has affected their lives. So we went ahead and created up a new email address for Rescued, and it's called yourstory@rescuedeliquid.com. So feel free to send emails as much as you want, pictures, maybe your favorite mod or liquid, whatever. It doesn't have to be Rescued; it could be anything. And
it can even be about your pets. It doesn't have to be dogs; it can be cats. You
never know. One day you might see your dog being one of the guest dogs or cats of the week. Your animals. It could be a snake, spider.
Yeah. We like to put out there the good things. So we want to hear everyone's story about literally everything. And it's really hard to talk to everyone. So just email us whatever story you want to tell us. If it's, how you met your husband or wife, or your favorite vape mod, or why you started vaping, or how you got your dog, cat, or...
If you're having a bad day, even feel free to reach out to us.
Yes.
And so, whatever the story is, if you say it's okay to, we will post it on the website. If it's too personal and you don't want us to, but you just felt like sharing something, just let us know in the description and we'll make sure we don't post that on the website for y'all.
Yeah. Nice. Because sometimes, I battle a lot with depression, and it's a very common thing for people. And I'm a firm believer that sometimes you just need to talk to someone. And when you email that, you're only getting me and Nick. So whoever responds, it's going to be one of us. And you can know that we're going to respond. We will respond to every email. And, we're there for you. If you want to talk, if you don't want to talk, if you want to tell us about how, that one Christmas really messed you up, that's cool too. Hold on. You guys have to see this. Ted is out. Ted never comes out.
Oh, cute.
He's a dick.
Yeah, he likes to bite things.
Yeah.
Really?
Very much so.
He was...
What kind of snake is that,
He
Carter?
is a sunbeam. He was a wild caught sunbeam from Thailand.
Whoa, I was way off.
So he's out, and that's very uncommon for him.
Is he hungry?
Maybe, but probably not, because he ate on Sunday.
Oh.
If you're in the Stooges Discord, you got to see him eat. So,
What does he eat?
Frozen
Frozen babies.
frozen babies, yeah, and that's not fun. That's sad, but
It's the circle of life, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
because if we don't feed him, he dies, and it's not really fair that he dies because there's a million rats in my living room. Yeah,
Do you raise the rats yourself?
I do. We have 3 sets of parents, and they each have about 15 babies every month. So
And then you. Okay, never mind. Don't give me those details, but
yeah,
you do feed them.
we deal with them accordingly.
Yeah.
So,
I had a neighbor that did that with mice, and they always got out, and my cat would find them and bring them to me and be like, "What's up? Look what I got you!" And I'm like, "No, bro."
well, around here, if having a snake, if I were to go to the local pet shop to buy a rat to feed to one of my snakes, it's $6 for a rat.
Right? Yeah.
And that gets expensive when you have a lot of them. It's more convenient for me to throw in a handful of dog food and breed my own rats. So I have plenty of dog food.
Yes, you need it.
So yeah, it works. So one other thing that we have going on right now is we have a lovely puppy that we are helping get a surgery. She goes into surgery tomorrow, so we're helping raise money so that way she can get the cure that she needs. She has a disease called pyometra, which it's an infection of the girl parts. So the uterus, the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, they're all, instead of being like a finger, nice and thin, they're like elephantitis. Everything's just bulging and it's super painful. The thing about the disease pyometra is it can be something that any animal can get, including people. So, and it's not contagious, not like that, but a woman can get pyometra, and they say that the pain is similar to appendicitis. So with the dog, she's lethargic and she's just not herself, and if she doesn't get the surgery, she'll die. So we are helping raise money for this dog. Her name is Kayleen, and she is a Westie Poo. And we're going to help raise some money so that way she can pay for the surgery so her dog doesn't have to get put down or. And
Yeah.
Amy in the chat there is the owner. She is the person that belongs to Kayleen. Amy is the lady that would put on the Central PA Vape Expo shows. So if you were ever at a PA show, the Central Vape PA show, that was her.
Yeah.
So.
And the family is a very, very sweet and loving family.
Do you have a picture of Kayleen you can put up?
I actually just did a second ago, but I'll put her back up again.
Okay.
She is a great dog, and Amy is a great human. Amy's whole family has just been dealing with a lot of tough and hard times with just life in general, as most people do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we just want to figure out the best way we could to help anybody in that situation. And Amy reached out and asked if there was anything that we could do.
Yeah.
And like Kelly deals with a lot of the humane societies and a lot of the different organizations more than I do, since I'm mainly just focused on the liquid line, unfortunately. And Kelly was able to reach out to a company, and Kelly and the company then reached out to the vet and to Amy, and they were able to work something out, but there's still a cost, and we want to make sure that we help out as much as possible to get that cost covered for her. So in the description of the video, guys, if y'all have anything, 50 cents, $1, whatever y'all could do, it'd be great. We set up a PayPal link for her in there for her, and also we have the GoFundMe link in there for her.
Yeah, so anything at all from anyone, there's no questions asked. And I mean, we will keep you updated on what happens with Kayleen. She does go into surgery tomorrow morning.
Between 9 and 9:30, they have to drop her off.
So, being that this surgery it's similar to getting your dog fixed, they are going to remove things, but they also have to go in and do more invasive. They have to check to make sure that the infection hasn't spread to anywhere else. They have to make sure that, basically that the dog's going to be okay. And being a 9-year-old dog, it's, it is an older dog, but it's not an impossible fix. So this is why it's extremely important that you get your dog spayed or neutered. If you are not a breeder and you're not planning on breeding your dogs, get in touch with a vet. Get your dog fixed, because you could run into this. You could run into an issue like this, and it's not a cheap thing to deal with. It's really, it affects not just your wallet, but it affects your family to know that your little puppy is, there's a chance that you won't have enough money to do it. So the company that is working with us and working with Amy, it is called One Dog at a Time. And they do have a Facebook page. So reach out to them, tell them thank you for Amy and for everyone else. And if you can, help them out, do that too. They're great people.
Absolutely. That's so cool that you can do that.
We try. I'm a firm believer, if you don't put down your grandma because she got old, you don't put down your dog.
Yeah. And that's one of the whole reasons why Rescue got started, was because we're actually in the process of, eventually, we're going to open up our large breed retirement home. So that way, just like Kelly said, so that way if you have an older dog and you can't afford to take care of it with the medicines or whatever, we'll take care of it for you. You can come visit, you can play with him, her, whatever, and that way it can still be part of the family.
Yeah.
And just like with Ben, though, when the time comes, we'll take care of it just so that way it's out of his pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Ben passed 2 months ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 months and a few days.
Yeah.
So
He was a good boy.
he was. But that's all sadness, so we're not going to talk about sad anymore.
Right.
So, back to the tips. If you had to pick a favorite tip out of any of your collections, which one would it be?
Style or color?
Both.
Both.
Style would definitely be nub. The 810 nub tip. Because you can get a lot of color in it. Have you seen the color unicorn poop? It's like glitter and stars and glow in the dark.
Yes. Okay, yeah, that one.
It looks awesome in a nub tip. It looks good in a chop top, but you don't get nearly as much of the stars and the color and blah, 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 blah.
Cool.
So I say nub tip.
In case people don't know, hey Kelly, can you hold up your DHD mod? So you see how short her tip is? That's a chop top. And
Yes.
how tall my tip is? It's a nub.
Yes. So definitely nub. And then color. Guess I've never thought of that. I really like sugar plum. Changes purple to blue when it gets hot.
Ooh.
The same purple and blue that my hair used to be.
Yes. Yes.
When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that's my hair.
That's probably one of them. There's a few colors I never released and didn't make any blanks of. I don't know, maybe in the summer I'll release it. I don't know, but it's yellow, but when you walk into the sunlight, it turns purple.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
See?
So it's UV reacted instead of heat reacted.
See, if she does that, we'll have to get you one of those for your squonk that changes color for UV.
I do. I have a rum shocker squonk that's UV activated. It goes from like a teal green to purple.
Ooh.
It would be perfect for the sugar plum one.
Mm-hmm.
That would be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll release those in the spring. When there's more sunlight in more of the states. So if you're in Utah, you're like, it's yellow all the time. Cool.
Yeah. It's about the same here in West Virginia.
Yeah.
So how do you come up with the names for your tips?
Oh, let's see. A lot of them are inside jokes. So there was the tip for one of Kent Twisted Ness's bazillion RDAs, and I called it the Ginger Snap. Or the BB tip, that was named after Ilea from Wake Mod and Dot Mod.
Okay.
Back in the day. We were on the phone together actually, and she said, "Are you okay, BB?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." She's like, "Oh, I was talking to James." That was embarrassing. Some of them are from horror movies, like Red Rum.
Yes.
Or from metal bands, songs, really anything. Or sometimes...
There was one you had on your That's What She Said show, and it was, you said it reminded you of Minecraft.
Yes, that's in the Vault collection.
Yes, you couldn't call it Minecraft because of obvious reasons. I think you should call it 8-bit.
Yeah, that is a good... I gotta write that down because I forget things a lot.
So do I. I have several notebooks beside me. But I was like, that's like perfect because 8-bit, like the old school video games.
Yeah.
So she literally fell off the couch laughing when she goes 8-bit, and I looked at her and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And she's like, 8-bit, and she's just rolling, and I was like, "Okay, come back to me when you make sense." And she's like, no, and she rewound it and she showed me. I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Okay.
8-bit would be a good name. It's about being in the Vault collection. And then, of course, sometimes I leave it up to my followers. I'm like, "Hey, you want to name something?" Start busting out names, and I'll pick one. And actually, Blood Money was named after the person. Someone had emailed me, and he's like, "You should do, like, Red with Money."
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Now, when you say Red with Money, like, what kind of money's in there? I haven't seen that one yet.
It's shredded money. So you can buy that. Because money's recycled and cycled all the time. And then they print new, so you could buy it. So it's legal. I'm not shredding up $100 bills and selling them for $14.
Come on now, that would be smart.
Well, anytime that you on your own do anything to damage money is technically a crime. And
yes.
We are not about crimes in the vape industry.
Occasionally you'll get that comment, though, but it's a translucent red with shredded money, and I thought, what better time than to release that?
Yeah.
Money. So, yes.
So...
People used to give me hell because I did a penny floor. And they're like, you're destroying money. I was like, no, I could go pull it up if I want to. Just that's a lot of work and I don't want to.
You can't get in trouble for that one, can you?
Yes and no, depending on what years the pennies are that you're using. Because just like with dollar bills, they get recycled. And so with the pennies, it's the same thing. Just like all the coins.
Yeah.
Yes, I made a penny floor for Kelly in her walk-in closet I built her. And there's 18,738 pennies.
Yes.
All glued down by hand. Never again.
He did it because he wanted to see if he could do it.
And then you resined over it? Epoxy?
I was too cheap. So I went ahead and did a polyurethane over the top.
Okay.
And because with it being in the closet and you go from the bathroom to the closet, I did a back roll on it so that way it created little air pockets. And then if you pop them, it gives just a little bit of traction, but you can't see them.
Huh.
So that way, if Kelly goes into the closet or I go into the closet, neither of us bust our ass. Because I would laugh.
Yeah, he would.
Even if it was me, I would be laughing my ass off.
Yeah. So, we have a thing for advocacy going on tomorrow. If you're in New Jersey, Make sure you go to the State House Annex at 9:30. The State Committee room on the first floor. There will be a meeting regarding vaping, and then in the afternoon at the Assembly Committee on the fourth floor, they're also doing another meeting regarding vaping. So,
and if you don't know, call them as soon as much as you can, because there is a big ban trying to go on, and you can reach the office and just leave a voicemail. And if y'all have a pen and paper, the number is 732-855-7441, and I'll post that also in the chat for y'all to call, because we need to get as many people calling as possible.
yes.
Absolutely.
And I know that tomorrow is Jersey, and then I believe in 2 weeks it's Washington State is when they're doing another rally. So there's rallies all over the place, and there's all kinds of call to actions. You know, we post them as often as we can. Literally anyone in the vapor industry will be posting most of these things. So if you have questions about how do you get in contact with some of these people, you can just reach out to someone in the vape industry. We can help you out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That Washington would be a really good one, because they've been banned for how long now?
Yeah. I want to say it's the 17th, but I didn't write it down because, you know.
We're bad at writing things down because we suck at remembering things, so we forget to write it down.
Yeah.
I write them down on my hand in like short words, and then I don't remember what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
You do that one?
Yeah.
I'm like, what was that?
Or then I touch something, my hand gets gross, and I wash my hand, and I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah, that's what happened to that one.
See, I figured I'd be smart, so I started sending all the messages to Kelly about different things that I needed to do. And then she'll text me back and be like, what the hell are all these numbers? I was like, well, there are measurements for the wood that I was cutting. She's like, why are you sending them to me? Stop. And I was like, I needed a place where I knew I was going to remember them.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So, with everything that's going on, how is the Utah scene for you?
So, vape-wise?
Yeah.
It was going okay. I mean, this is a long answer. Sorry, I'm giving you long answers.
No, that's fine.
Okay. So, back in like 2013, Utah decided to put in this law where you couldn't have a vape shop within 2,000 feet of a whole list of stuff. Residential, agriculture, a church, a public place, library, park, yada, yada, yada. Broke it down to where you really couldn't have a vape shop anywhere. So the few that were already there got grandfathered in, and then the few others that found a vape shop that wasn't next to a field, they could go into. And then the others decided to do kind of a loophole where it was a mixed retail. So they have a lot of normal stuff you can buy, and then they have vape stuff, but they were kind of a vape shop. Still abided by all the laws, just kind of found that loophole. Good people too. So the Utah Health Department decided to come in, and they're like, all right, we need to fix this whole youth vaping problem that we think we have. So we are going to only allow vapor products in specialized smoke or vapor shops, which excludes mixed retail. So the mixed retail are up in arms, and the vape shops are like, okay, we're good. Caused this whole feud. So we were kind of fighting that, even though they were jumping through a loophole, so they kind of knew what they were getting into.
Yeah.
Mitt Romney went over to Donald Trump, was like, blah, 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 I'm a pompous ass. Sorry.
We all agree.
It didn't work out. Trump's like, shut up. So he came back to Utah, and now he's slamming it down with he's banning open systems. So everywhere else is banning, federal is banning pods and a few other things. I gotta read more into it. And then he's gonna ban open systems. So basically everything will be illegal in Utah. and everywhere else will be pods and stuff.
Now, is there still a chance to be able to fight to save the open pods or open systems for y'all?
Yeah, you gotta call and whatnot. CASA sent out their email, which obviously I love CASA. The only problem is everyone's saying, tell your story. Well, I'm sorry, guess what? Mitt Romney doesn't care about your story.
Yeah.
You need to know your audience, even in an argument.
Exactly.
So call them, tell him you're not going to vote for him, tell him anything else that you can legally tell him, without ripping him a new one. That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah, do not threaten government officials in any form.
Yeah, that's
They don't do that.
They don't
awful idea.
Don't do that. But like for me, I've made it a point to tell anyone who listens who is of any kind of power that I'll just quit vaping. I'm not going to go for cigarettes.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
I'll just quit. I'm not going to vote for you, and I'm not going to go to cigarettes. I'm not going to give in to that money. I'm not going to help you pay for whatever bills that you ran up. You're just going to be screwed because now you're not going to get my vote or my money.
Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth.
So,
that's what they want. They're like, oh, well, what are you going to do if you're not vaping? We'll go back to smoking and die. And they're like, sweet.
Yeah, we'll be waiting for our check. For me, yes. I'll just quit. I mean, I vape now because I enjoy it. I smoked for 24 years, and I was able to quit smoking with vapor products. And I can go 2 or 3 days without hitting my mod. I forget sometimes that I have it.
Good for you.
I'm one of the lucky ones, and I choose to vape. I choose to vape a nicotine product because I enjoy it. I don't have to have it.
Yes.
And we choose to vape flavors because the flavors taste good.
I mean, I did eat a box of brownies yesterday, so
send that to Mitt Romney. He needs to know.
Yeah.
Not the brownie part, though.
Oh, I meant that part. But
okay.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's like, adults don't like flavors. I'm like, listen, when I'm hungry and I go into like a grocery store, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat 6 boxes of brownies. I'm gonna eat some zebra cakes. Like, I don't really think, what, I'm gonna get rice. Like, I want all of the flavors.
Hey, rice is good. I love rice.
I do like rice, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. But
no, you can't dig yourself out of that hole now. I know the truth. You hate rice.
I do hate rice. But if I have to choose between rice or gummy bears, I'm always going to go for the gummy bears. So,
true.
I think we have the same problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's my long answer. If anyone's got some pull, it's shitty MIDI, so please, yes, call. In CASA, they gave the numbers. I can give you the number again if I can find it in my email. Please call.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't believe that guy almost was president.
Yeah.
We would have been in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Well, if you have the numbers, feel free to share them, and as soon as we see them on your Facebook page, or if you want to share them in the chat, go for it. And then we'll go ahead and we'll just start blasting them also, just like what we're going to be doing with the New Jersey one too.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that people should know, if you are emailing government officials, a lot of times there'll be like a long list of emails. You cannot send like all the emails all at the same time. You have to do each person individually, or it gets automatically rejected.
Can't do a mass email.
Right.
Okay.
So you have to send each individual email, if that makes sense to everyone.
Yes. Okay, here's the number. I found it.
Sweet.
A lot of people don't know that, and like I didn't know that, and I did a mass email for Jersey, and then I realized it came back to me, and I was like, well, what's happening? And I did some research, and they automatically reject it because they assume that it's spam.
That makes sense. I think people need to know that more.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. So that's why I make sure to tell people, send each one individually. You can copy and paste the whole thing, but they have to be individual emails.
Yeah.
And if you're not in the CASA and you're not getting the notifications, CASA.org, sign up. They'll send you emails. They'll send you text messages if you want them. Like, it's really, really helpful. That's where we get a lot of information from, is they really know what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, I got rage. I feel like, where's the train time? Need some train time over here.
We have dog time, but they're all being quiet right now.
Dog time, that's a good one. And they all start losing their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right before we went live.
Yes.
Yeah.
He never barks like that. I don't know what he was doing.
It happens, you know. That's what they're there for. Our dogs like to bark because, like, there's a leaf. And they're like, hey, that's a new leaf. We have to bark at it.
Yeah.
Or the random cat on the fence.
Or a cat on the fence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he boofs a lot while we're eating. Like, he's extra protective while we're eating.
Well, yeah, because he wants some.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. He's trying to make sure that you know that he's willing to help you.
Right. Earning his food.
Yeah. Yeah. So I normally have a tip for training, and I don't really have a tip for training, but I do have a fact that a lot of people don't know. So if you have a cat, and you know how sometimes your cat will bring you random things it catches? You know, like it'll bring you a mouse or a bird or whatever. The cat is bringing you this because it is trying to feed you.
It's not a gift?
It's not a gift. It's trying to tell you that you need to eat more, or that it feels like it's trying to provide for you.
Really?
So,
I always, yeah, like Jess said, I always thought it was just a gift, and they were trying to show you that they love you.
nope, they're trying to feed you.
Oh, that makes sense. Lucifer's always trying to feed me then.
Yeah. So it may not have anything to do with your weight, but more like they're just trying to make sure that they're taking care of you. So
that does mean they love you.
it does, but it's not like they had the thought process of, I love them, so I'm going to give them my mouse. It's, you know, there's like, hey, it's food time, have some food.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Cats are, you know, they come from lions, and that's what they do. They catch food and they bring it back to their pack and their pride, and that's what they do. They share it. So
At least they don't chew it up first for us and then try and spit it in our mouths like a bird does. That'd be weird.
Yeah, that would really suck.
Yeah.
So how about maybe you can riddle me this. I was told that if I kept the water bowl by the food bowl, my cat's not drinking the water because he feels like he needs to find his water.
It depends on the cat, but that can be a thing that sometimes, you know, they want to find it. They also might want to find their food. So if they're not eating their food, try hiding it. You know, if they're not drinking enough water, hide it. And it could be that they just need that hunt because it is a cat.
Yeah.
You know, they do come from wild animals. So sometimes give them a hunt. It might help.
Yeah. He likes fresh water from the sink because he's bougie.
Yeah.
Or he'll find my water cup and dip in it.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is not that's not good.
So I used to have a cat, and it would stick its paw, inside my fish tank, and a fish would swim near it, and it'd pull its hand away immediately because it was scared of the fish. It was hilarious.
Yeah. So there's your random fact about cats.
Nice. I dig it.
Yeah. I have all kinds of facts, just so you know. If you ever have a random question about why is an animal doing this, I probably have a reason why. So.
Okay. Why does Devin sit on the cat?
Because he's asserting his dominance.
Ugh.
He's trying to make sure the cat knows that he's in control.
He's not in control. That's the problem.
But he's in control of the cat. That's what he's like, hey, I'm the boss of you. Like, a lot like siblings. So, if, the older sibling always wants to pick on the middle sibling or the younger sibling, it's because they're like, hey, I'm more important than you. I'm better than you. So I'm going to pick on you.
My sisters were just mean to me.
They were asserting their dominance.
Yeah, I was the mean one.
I was the nice one. My sisters suck.
Still to this day.
Oh, I love Angela's idea.
Yeah.
His own brand of water, Lusa Pure.
Yes, he is so bougie. It's insane.
I love
Fresh,
that.
cold water.
Of course. All my snakes, they get triple filtered ice cold water. Like,
Damn.
because
Yeah.
why not?
So do you raw feed? Or do you put water in your dry food?
For the dogs?
Uh-huh.
Well, we do a lot of just have some food. I do make my own seasoning for dogs. And it's I call it seasoning salt, but it's not.
Right.
I'll take like raw chicken and some veggies that dogs can have because they can't have a lot of veggies. Like there's certain ones that will upset their stomach and make them sick. So I will actually dehydrate a bunch of stuff and then put it in a food processor and just sprinkle it over their food. So it gives them a little bit of extra nutrients and a little bit of extra awesomeness. Changes the flavor of the food without giving them tummy problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get to eat a different meal every day. I kind of feel bad when my dog doesn't.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like with our dogs, we'll do, once they get to a certain age, we'll do what we do call fridge day. And so leftovers, we'll mix everything into like a big 5-gallon Lowe's bucket. Put some dog food in there. We'll put a little bit of water in with it, or some gravy, or just something random in there to help liquefy it a little bit, and mix it up for them. And we'll give them that usually about once every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. It's nice because it saves on the, grocery bill for the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
Well, do you have anything else, Nick?
Not off the top of my head. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about, Miss Jess? Any words of wisdom for anybody?
Words of wisdom. No, I'm bad at that. Definitely, you can also come watch our show tomorrow
Oh,
at
yes. We will be.
8 p.m. MST if you're in that zone, or 10 p.m. EST, or
10 p.m. for us.
7. Yeah. It's called That's What She Said, and it's just a bunch of girls talking shit.
And it is an awesome show.
Thank you.
It is. I love watching it. Like, I'm like, okay, hey, I have to stop what I'm doing. Like, Thursday night, like,
Really?
I can't do anything because I'm like, first Grimm was on, and then That's What She Said. I have to watch both.
That's so cool.
Everyone knows, don't bother me. My shows are on. Like,
I'm so glad because we work really hard. Danielle really works on that show for thumbnail, and we go over every Tuesday, and we're like, what if that doesn't work? A lot goes into it, so I'm really glad that people are liking it.
yeah, it's a great time, and I love that it's. I mean, I'm one of those people where I feel like there needs to be more women in the industry that have a say, that have an opinion, because the vape industry it's kind of a sausage fest, and
Tell me about it.
so like to have not just one woman but to have 5 strong, wonderful women,
Yeah.
like that's amazing.
I feel like they all do it in the right way too. It's not like we're women, nah,
Yeah.
It's like we're just chill and we're here and we're rocking it just as much as you are.
Yeah, your vagina doesn't get in the way.
Well, it's debatable.
That's the thing. I've had men tell me that I couldn't drive a truck because I'm a woman, or I couldn't do something. I'm like, listen, I have a vagina. It's not in the way, I promise.
Well, one of the days at our shop, I was out doing my construction job, and I was coming into the shop, and there was a customer in there, and the customer was sitting at the counter, And Kelly just had the I'm fucking pissed look on her face. Like, and I was like, okay. And I was like, so what can I do, babe? And she just looked at me and she's like, oh, he's been waiting here for about 45 minutes for you to go ahead and screw his coil in for him because I'm a woman. My vagina gets in the way. And I was like, I'm going to go sit on the couch and watch some TV. You can put the coil in. And the guy looked at me and he's like, really? I was like, yeah, dude, she can do it. She knows just as much as I do. And he was just like, well, I never said your vagina gets in the way. And she goes, if it tastes funny later, my vagina touched it. It's like, no, you can't say that. You can't say that.
She's spicy.
If only you knew.
My dad, like I said, I've told you before, I have 6 sisters. My dad used to tell me I was only helpless when my nails were drying. So I live that every chance I get. I don't have nails anymore, so I don't have to worry about them drying.
So now you're only helpless when I paint them and they're dry.
Yeah.
But no, like, it was awesome. Like, I got to meet Angela in Houston at the Vape Showcase.
I was there.
I didn't get to meet you.
Wait, was that this last one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was at the one before that.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't get to meet you then. But yeah, I got to meet Angela. I got to meet Nick, a whole bunch of the other guys that were hanging out with them. It was awesome. Like,
Good.
Nick and Angela are the sweetest guys.
They really are. I can hit them up any time of the day.
Yeah. Like,
hopefully she's still watching. I love you, Angela.
Oh, she is. I saw her a second ago in the chat stream.
Angela's awesome. Like, I mean, I'm one of those people where anyone can tell you when I first started vaping, I was convinced that all the vapors were assholes. Like, everyone in the industry
a lot of them
was just a bunch of dicks. Like, I didn't like any of them. And then I actually started getting to know people and starting to talk to people, and everyone was so welcoming and so warm and so friendly, and I was like, okay, so all of these people that I judged before I got to know them are actually really nice people. I felt like a jerk for judging everyone.
I went through the same thing my first convention. I went home and just thinking, this isn't the dubstep and the overly drinking and the
right.
Lamborghini, and I'm like, this isn't me. What the hell am I doing here? And then I started meeting people like Nick and Angela and Nick and the other Nick and the other Nick and Rudy. And
there's a lot of Nicks.
There's a lot of Nicks and a lot of Andys.
Yeah.
And then I realized, like, okay, I have my place. And then they kind of reminded me to just be myself. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Like when Kelly, her first real convention that she was actually a part of was, if I'm not mistaken, was the Vapors Carnival, right?
Yep.
And that's actually the one where we got married at. And so, like, we were on our way up there. We drove there, and she's like, I'm not going to have fun. Yeah. And I was like, you got to relax. She's like, you go to these all the time. Everybody knows you and likes you because you're the nice guy, and I'm just a bitch. And I was like, yeah, but they're going to like you. That's the thing. I mean, Kelly will be the first person to tell you that she's the biggest bitch there is. And she really is.
Oh.
She lacks all filters. But that's one of the things that's the best about her. She'll just tell you straight up, you're pissing me off, fuck off. And it's perfect.
Yeah, I can respect that.
And so
it's not a good thing to have them. Like, sometimes I need to shut up, but...
I mean, yeah, but for the most part, it's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so the whole way up there, the whole million-hour drive, I was like, this is going to be so miserable. I don't like people. I don't like these people. Like, why am I even going to this?
Mm-hmm.
You know? I couldn't be like, because we're going to get married. Because it was a surprise for her. She had no idea that was happening.
I didn't know we were getting married. I had no clue.
So it's like, just relax. And she's like, why am I bringing a dress? You told me that everybody's in jeans. And I was like, well, we have big meetings lined up the first night. I go, that's just complete bullshit. I was like, we have meetings set up with this distributor and this distributor. And she's like, really? You got those? I was like, been working my ass off to get them. Bring a pretty dress.
Yeah. So me being the skateboarding punk rock type of girl I am. The only dress I had was a black jersey dress, like a t-shirt type dress with pockets. I'm like, that's the one dress I have. So I'm not buying a new one. That's what I'm wearing.
I was like, that's perfect. That works.
I wore a black dress with pockets and Vans because that's just who I am.
And we had Bubba do the whole
Bubba from Vape Radio.
What is it called when they do being the priest or the reverend or the pastor?
The nuptials?
There we go, words again.
Yeah.
And so and he did it as he was married. He's actually a priest, but he got done again for the dudism weddings. So we got married by the dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
Joey from Prohibition was my maid of honor.
All the Prohibition guys were.
And yeah, Colin and Nick were bridesmaids. And they came up to me carrying flowers and like, come with us. And I was like, no. They're like, yeah. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Like, why do you want me to come with you? I don't know you guys. Like, they're like, just follow us. And they handed me flowers and they walked me down the center of the convention and we got married.
I feel like I heard about that.
Oh, a lot of people did. And they're like, you're the guy that did that? I was like, yeah. They're like, how'd you know she was going to follow through with it? I was like, well, because we had planned our wedding 2 or 3 times. Something with my family always came up, or something with Kelly's family, and it's just like, look, like we have a family, we have a large family, but you know the saying where family sucks if you're not blood, you're the best family, and that's exactly what it was for us. Like all the vapors, they are our family. They're the ones who accept us for who we are, what we do. It doesn't matter your past. It doesn't matter anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the best thing about just the group that everybody's in.
Yes.
Vapors are just amazing in general.
Yeah, we were on stage and I looked at him and said, are we getting married? And Nick was like, yep. And then Bubba was like, yep. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. Yeah.
For someone who doesn't like surprises, that went well.
It did.
I had my fingers crossed on that.
The thing was, with as many times as we had planned and rearranged our wedding, I just looked on one day and I was like, you know what, I'll marry you whenever, wherever, I don't care. Like, I said I'd marry you, we'll get married.
So I took her up on that. And like she said the last time, because every time we had been in the process to get married, it was constantly, she was going to plan it, and then it turned into my turn to plan it. And when she said, she goes, you know what, you can just plan everything. I'm done. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of family. I'm just tired of everything. So you just plan the entire damn thing. So week and a half before the convention went on, I contacted all the guys over there. And I was like, hey, would it be cool if we got married on stage? And they're like, yeah, we can make that work. And I was like, sweet. Contacted the florist. And they're like, when do you need it by? And I told them. And they're like, oh, that's going to be really tight. I was like, yeah, but it's really important. And it's just like one thing after another all fell into place, and here we are now. And I got a really cool, like, Gator made me my wedding band.
Oh.
Out of Damascus steel.
Hell yeah.
I was like, sweet. And then me and my daughter, before, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
We actually designed the wedding band for her and everything.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that's our crazy story.
Yeah.
That was my first convention. So yeah. It was
so cool.
We don't like to do things that normal people like to do.
Yeah, I totally relate.
That's why our liquid line is about the puppies.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's why we're just really weird people and we get along so well with each other.
Yeah.
But it is almost 9:30 and Failure to Launch is going to be on in a few minutes, so we want to make sure we give everybody time to go to the restroom as an intermission so that way they can get on there and start watching those guys.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for having me on. I had fun.
No, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. I fangirled real hard about this, just so you know.
I told her that when you were away earlier.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
with that being said, guys, thank y'all so much for coming out and for joining us this evening. We look forward to seeing all y'all next week and maybe even a few more faces. And you never know. Stay tuned to see what we post and to see who's going to be on next week. Might be a surprise.
Make sure you click the GoFundMe link and the PayPal link. You donate what you can, so that way Amy can, help pay off the surgery for her pup.
Yeah, and don't put yourself out, guys. If you can only do $1 or $2, or if you can do $1,000, whatever it is, just do what you can afford.
Every little bit will help her.
Exactly.
I can't imagine what she's going through right now.
Yes. So save the puppies.
Save the puppies. And so with that being said, guys, have a great night. And we look forward to seeing all y'all real soon again next week.
Bye.
Bye.